You're watching ShortStreamTV, a Kitty Hill digital community.
This past week I went out to Social Media Club NH, out in Durham. Had a chance to meet with these two folks, Marc Fortier of New Hampshire Patch, and Tom Haines, professor of journalism at UNH. Let's go have a look. What's your feedback on the impact of social media on reporting for the type of news that you and the affiliates report?
Well, I mean, it's an invaluable resource to get real people interacting with the work that we do and to get them contributing to our sites as well. And it's such a big part of what we're trying to do at Patch is to have a conversation instead of just a static news site. So really, Twitter and Facebook have already been invaluable in that way. And using a Cover It Live blog for a debate has really allowed people to interact and have fun with the journalism that we're creating instead of just reading and watching what other people are doing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking, the theme here is journalism and social media, which is vast and it has implications across everything about how newsrooms work. But one of the very clear good news stories about social media for journalism, particularly for any news organization, like the New York Times or CNN, but also for small operations, is it's a channel to your audience. You know, you can both find people who are interested and people can find you to find the news you're producing, which, you know, comes back to the good old-fashioned point of why are journalists doing what they're doing, is to inform people. Right. And if you can reach them, and if you can tell them these stories through social media, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook,
you can
whatever.
You can find an audience beyond the printing page.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to follow Tom on Twitter, TW Haines.
At TW Haines on Twitter. Yes,
right.
Haines. Yes.
It's right down here somewhere.
Somewhere, right. I would show you on my iPhone, but it's frozen.
Oh,
look at that,
yeah.
The little spinning.
You gotta
frozen.
turn that off and
it won't turn off. But that's you know, we'll figure that out.
Technology.
That's why we're together, though. We can just thanks, Dan.
All right, thanks,
my
Tom.
friend Dan.
Hey there, buddies. Jeff Deck here in the Tiki Hut of Happiness. How you doing today? We generate happiness here in the Tiki Hut by providing you with uplifting facts. And today's fact comes to us from Brown University, which recently concluded a study of the 2009 Shape Up Rhode Island campaign for weight loss. And so this was a wide initiative in that state, no pun intended. And they found that people were able to lose weight more easily when they worked in teams. Things like exercise really helped by joining up with another person. So if you find yourself wanting to get healthier, take advantage of someone else out there who wants to do the same thing. Buddy up, babies. Hey, I'll see you next time. I made you some tropical drinks. Would you like one?
I'm still on an international kick. My recommendations to anyone who wants to take my recommendations or just listen to them, keep an eye on the elections in Russia, which are going on right now, and most especially search out in the news for all of the demonstrations that are going to be going on, because I think Russia's going to erupt a little bit. I've just heard the president make a very, very strong speech to the American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee in support of Israel and discussing what he thinks are the steps he's taken to weaken the resolve of the regime in Iran. And Syria, which is the blot on humanity of the world right now, Americans should be taking very much to heart, because we are a humane country and we hate having that kind of stuff go on, and we need to think about the extent to which we want to encourage our president to get involved. And help send John Herman into space.
An Eskimo fisherman, Kutuk, is setting his traps on a river. Sections of fencing like this are lowered through openings cut into the river ice. Joined together across the river, they keep fish from going upstream except for one space where Kutuk places the fish traps. These traps, made of chicken wire, are open at one end. With the river entirely blocked off, the only place for any fish to go is into Kutuk's traps. At least, that's what he hopes. We'll see whether or not he was right when we return to the traps with him a week later.